And then slowly on the very next breath, as we sit the sitting bones back, and then send the roller away and start to let the chest lower down, maybe forehead touching the floor. Take some big breaths to the front of your chest and side and ribcage, expanding all dimensions. And the very next breath, if that's nice, start to roll in toward our legs and pull the belly in, and we'll find that wave of the spine. And then slowly we going for the same thing. And take your time. We send the sitting bones back, rollers forward. My rollers might be on the bottom of your meaty forearms, the meaty part, not the wrist. You might get a massage there. And then slowly, anytime we're ready, we roll like a wave. We take that roller back in. Inhalation, slowly roll it away. Keep breathing. On the very next breath, roll it in toward the legs. And back and forth, just a few more breaths. And if you like to stay in one place a little bit longer, please do. We're going for 2 more, or stay still in one place. Or we roll back and forth 2 more times. And the very last time we meet in that child's pose with a gentle shoulder extension. And forearms are resting on the roller, forehead is on the floor. Now very slowly, we're just going to come up. And then we're going to roll down onto our belly. So have in that position, and we still use the roller. Might take some energy at this point. I'm going to plop down to our belly. And maybe we like to windshield wipe the legs for now, just from side to side. Or relax the forehead on the forearms. Now, anytime we're ready, come back and straighten the legs behind us. Oh, space behind me. And I'm going to take that roller again. And then send it away. Forehead might still be touching on the floor, or keep your neck neutral if it's compressing the nose here. And on the very next breath, and now we're adding some energy, some back bend, and balance out that gloomy weather. Breathe in, and we bring that roller in. At the same time, maybe we're coming to a gentle back bend. And then breathe out, we send it away. Letting go feels good when we work on it. And breathe in. Send everything in. Back bend. Oh, breathe out, soften. Let it go. Now take your time. Find the rhythm of your breath. I don't know if I told you about me and the trying Zumba, and I give up and keep yoga my only dance. Exhale, let go. Sometimes we want to learn a new skill just to activate certain parts of the brain and to keep the mind healthy, occupied. And sometimes we want to just take one step at a time, not go too far. And let's come back and breathe in. And exhale. Now maybe the last one, breathe in. And on the very next exhalation, we're going to let go. Relax your shoulders, the armpits closer to the floor. And very slowly, let's take our hands off the roller and then take it to the side for a side bend. And maybe connecting our legs to the same direction. And sometimes it might feel better to stack your ankles, or sometimes this is enough. Open the rib cage and sideway. Now let's take our time and start to walk the upper body and lower body all the way to the other direction for that side bend. Very slowly, when we're ready, we'll come back to the center. And take your time, slide the hands by the side of the rib cage, and we slowly come to a child's pose, and just to reverse the direction of the spine. And stretch the back again after being on the tummy for so long. And then slowly we come up to a kneeling position and sit down to the heels. I'm gonna turn it around so we can see each other. I'm gonna take a big breath in, and we add a big stretch. Hip is heavy, and then slide your hands by behind your head and breathe in, and we open and lift the chest, and breathe out with close the elbows and tuck your chin, and maybe bring your forehead closer to the floor. Now we're gonna go there a few more times. Breathe in. Make your sitting bones really heavy and open your upper body. And then breathe out. We close the elbows, tuck the chin, round your spine, and forehead might come even closer. Now going back and forth just 2 more times. Inhalation, sitting bones heavy open. Exhalation, close. And the very last one. And this time, if you like, we stay in that rabbit pose. And maybe relax your hands by your side, arms by your side around the shoulders. Forehead on the floor, so we round the back now. Shoulders are heavy. Slowly lower the hip, and on the very next breath, we slowly rise. And take your time and stretch the arms and breathe in. Exhale, this time we'll come into cactus arms and lift your chest. And inhalation, we stretch your arms back into the sky. Exhale, when we come to cactus arm, we'll add a twist to one side. It doesn't matter which side. And slowly we come back to the center. Breathing, stretch the arms and breathe out. Let's go to the other side. Let's go there two more times, just two sides. Breathing open. Breathe out the other side. And then breathe in open. And breathe out one more side. And then when we come back and breathe in open. And exhale, let's go for a side bend. And when we're ready, we're just going to lift the hip and adjust the hand that is on the floor. Send the opposite leg out to the side. Anchor that onto your grounding knee and then the opposite foot, and slowly we windmill the arms and come back into our gate, and we flow. Now we're going to go back and forth if you like, and then slowly round the hand and maybe lift the opposite leg. And when we're ready, we'll ground the leg and hip becomes really heavy, and then circle the arms the other way. Let's go there two more times, back and forth, and breathe and open. Lift the leg and find some energy. Breathe out, soften to the other direction, and let it go. One more time. And this time we stay in the gate and stay in the side bend. And anytime we're ready, start to change the direction of the chest and start to hinge forward, and then lower the hands on a place that works. Maybe you like to use the blocks at this point. My favorite yoga props are blocks. I love blocks. Need them. Maybe add the length of the arms to make everything less intense so we can focus on that straight leg. Very slowly, let's make our way back to the center. And from here, we're actually going to go back onto our hands and knees and let's find some cat and cow here. Breathe in into cow, breathe out into cat, and feel that um, the balancing between left and right happening within that body. Physical body is a very, very smart system. Just got to listen. Now we're going there one more time before we go to the other side. And we find our neutral spine. Turn the fingertips outward and walk your hands further away from each other. Anchor down onto the heels of the hands and take a big breath in. Exhale, going for a twist and maybe ear closer to the floor, gaze to the other hand, the back hand, back arm is straight. Breathing, center, breathe out. Just feel that stretching across the front of your chest. Oh my goodness. The front of your arm. Need it. And then we go back and forth. Or stay in one position for a lot longer if you need stillness. Back and forth and take your time. Sometimes there's just something there we don't know. All we need to do is to explore. Make your body into different directions and different poses, different um, interesting twists and stuff that help us locate that area needs attention. Now one more time, side to side. One more side. And then when we come back to the center, we're going to the other side. So we're going to sit back onto our knees and slowly rise. Let's just find that center. Breathe in and then breathe out. Hope it remember the other side. Yeah. Side bend. Now we're just going to come up enough so anchor the other hand and so we can stretch the other leg out into a side bend. Take your time and ground the other foot when you're ready. We'll windmill the arms and going to that flow. And the entire breath, then come back to one side and lift the other leg. And the very next breath and ground the foot. And windmill the arm. Two more times. We'll find our own rhythm. Very last one. Now again, we stay in that gate pose. And whenever we're ready, you can start to change the direction of the hip and reach heart toward the toes and ground the hands on somewhere that feels right. This side, probably don't need block. And just notice that difference between left and right. For me, is pretty strong. Let your body soften. Now, whenever we're ready, we come back to the center. Now, from here, we're actually going to come up into a standing position, wide leg, and turn your toes out, heels in. Let's take a big breath in and sweep through the floor. And rise all the way to the ceiling. Exhale, find a goddess. And take your time just to wake up the legs a little bit. And entire inhalation, we open, rise. Entire exhalation, soften. Last time, and breathe and open. Breathe out, soften. This time when we open, we'll bring the arms to the side. And a big opening, lift the chest and exhale across the arms and give ourselves a hug. And then maybe start to come down and round your body and let your forehead reach toward the floor, tighter hug. And exactly the same thing as we're kneeling, we slowly rise, power through the lower part of the body, upper body rise and open the arms again. And the very next exhalation, another hug and cross the elbow a different way. And then take your time, we tuck the chin and pull that belly in and start to hinge and round. Now go there 2 more times. Breathe and rise. And then breathe out, cross the arms. A different way again. Hinge. Very last one, breathe. And exhale, last one. Now this time we stay. Anytime we're ready, relax the hands and we stay in that wide leg forward fold. Maybe you like to adjust to the position of the feet. And then maybe you like to stay halfway at a certain point. I'll tell you later. I read about the blood pressure. Remember the high blood pressure shenanigan I had? And I discovered something interesting. But either way, if you feel pressure like I do right now, in the head and stay halfway. If you feel amazing, feel free to stay upside down. And anytime we're ready, and start to walk the feet in, heel toe wider until they're about hip distance apart. And turn the toes out, heels in, and we come down into a squat. Again, I read about, I think you know, I told everybody, it's just so fun about the squat position. I don't know if you know Liz. She's like, all my Asian yogis can sit in this position, no problem. And I read about the article saying this is the lifestyle. When I was a kid, this is how we use the bathroom. And then one lady in my class, she's like, she's not Asian, but she's like, oh, I can do this. I think it's from when I was a child. I went camping a lot. It's from the camping. It's really cute. So this is could be a lifestyle, could be genetic, and then could be anything that make this pose. We might take it for granted. And let that hip sink and relax the shoulders. And one more breath here. If you love it, and start to relax your hands on the floor. Tuck your chin and start to reach the fingertips forward and send the tailbone back around your body one more time. Now, in any reason this is not working at this point, you can always sit down in a butterfly pose. Slowly, let's make our way back. Now, we're going to use the roller again. Just going to check the time. Oh, I have plenty of time. We started class really late. And let's have that roller ready underneath our shoulder now. I know this is everyone's favorite. If you do have a tight shoulder. And we're going to, you're good with time, Anne? All good? Nothing planned? Okay. We're going to lie down. The roller is going to be behind our shoulder blade. Support your head, relax the neck. Another thing I noticed, I don't know, not everybody, but a lot of, again, my Asian yogis, always request shoulders. Shoulders are tight. And I'm the same thing. So this chiro discovered, the x-ray on my neck spine discovered that my neck spine doesn't have the curve, enough curve to support. So again, could be genetic or lifestyle. And let's lift the hip and press the feet on the floor. I'm just gonna give our meaty back some massage on the roller. I really, really need it. And whenever we're ready, we lower that hip on the floor and maybe start with that back bend. Now, breathing, chest lift, open the arms and maybe tip back. Breathe out, push the belly down onto the floor and lift your head, maybe close your elbows. Entire inhalation, we open, let that back run on that roller. Breathe out, close, pull that belly button in. Entire inhalation, we lean back. Entire exhalation, we pull the belly in and close. I'm going there 2 more times. Very last one. Now, if you like to stay in that back bend, and feel free to stay or stretch your arms and let go behind your head. But please listen to your body. If it's too strong, stay. Just stay here for a few more breaths. And then slowly we come back up, and however you like, and slide your hands underneath your head if that, for the support, and start to roll off the roller. And then from here, just gonna give our legs some windshield wipe first, and before we move to the hip again. Now finding some stability, and from here, we're going to take that roller, again optional, place it underneath our hip. And shoulders are on the floor, lift the legs and flex the feet. I find that rollers allowing the hip to be a lot heavier, and then feel some massage in the back of your shoulders. So I'm gonna press the feet, legs into about 45 degrees. And breathe in, we send that knee in. And feel free to give your back a gentle round and breathe out, pushing everything away, like into about 45 degrees. Breathe in and slowly take everything in. And then breathe out, we push everything away. So we're going back and forth a few more times. Maybe 3 more. Or 2 entire inhalation. In the entire exhalation. Out to make that breath really, really long and complete. The last one. Now from here, we're just going to slowly bring one leg down and the other leg up. We're going for a scissor. And then when we're ready, we scissor the other way. And take your time like we're walking. Those cartoon walking. Now one more time, scissor, bigger range of motion. And then bring the legs up into about 90 degrees and feel free to do some forward fold. And this one, we really stretching more back than our legs. And maybe you like to catch your feet, maybe just let that leg be heavy. And then see if it's possible. I personally have this tendency of externally rotating the legs. So bring the toes together, really help me feeling stretching the outside of the legs, always tight for me. And then kind of wake up the inside of the legs. Something slightly different.